Well, for the first time, the game went down to the end like it had many times the year before, and we found a way to win the game, and there was so much emotion released, more so than I realized. I mean, it was exciting to win the game and win it the way we did, but it was more than that, and I could tell that, right there when it happened. The question was how much more significant would it be if we ended up playing Hawaii? Well, it would be exciting for I think the game, and it would really, really be exciting for the marketing and the promotions of SMU. And that's why I think if we were lucky enough to get that to happen, it would be a huge marketing event, basically.
Talk about using this as a recruiting tool in 2011 for your assistant coaches and how big it's going to be for them.
Well, anytime you win, obviously, when you're on the road with in the high schools and the coaches are out seeing the kids. I mean, it's easy for people to use that against us for 25 years. What are you going to go there for? They don't win. They've never been to a bowl. They don't do this, and so now they can't say that, and it's obviously a real positive step in recruiting. The question was, is this what I expected, or was this on track to do? We set a goal for ourselves in the first meeting that I had to win 6 games and become bowl eligible. I kind of map out the season, and I put it into thirds, and I kind of went through the first 4 games, and I felt like we had a chance to win all 4 of the games, obviously, but I told the guys we could be no worse than 2-2 through those first 4. We should have been 3-1, but at least we got to where we needed to be. And I kind of, as I mapped them out, I didn't really go through it with the guys after the first 4, but we wanted to win our home games, and I felt like we'd have to win the last 2 home games to become bowl eligible. And in other words, we were pretty close to where we were expecting to be this year as a team. I think we're probably still 1.5 recruiting classes away from being where we want to be, the best in Conference USA and even further. But we have a lot. We traveled to Tulsa and on the road. I would say out of 66 players, close to 45 or so are true freshmen or sophomores and redshirt freshmen. So we have a good nucleus to look forward to. What are we going to do in the weeks preparing to go to Hawaii? Well, we're practicing. We're off this week. We're just lifting weights. We'll start practice next week in the afternoons, 3 days, and then starting on Saturday, we'll get on our regular schedule right up until the bowl time. It's a little bit tougher because of finals and everything to really, but the kids know what's at stake, and if they want to win, we've got to suck it up and just go to Hawaii.
Without getting into specifics, I know that you're pretty full for the 2010 recruiting class, but there are a few guys that you're kind of waiting on. Without naming names, do you think this might put you over the hump with some of those kids?
Recruiting is one of those things you just never know. And you won't know until the signing day comes. You'll be some surprises that day. But, you do what you can do and wish for the best.
Steve mentioned how it's the biggest turnaround in the country, wins from last year to this year. How much of it is a result of the fact you took the 1-11 last year and kind of took your lumps playing so many freshmen and letting guys pay their dues on the field?
Well, that never came into any mind last year. I mean, we were trying to win every game and felt like we should have won 4 or 5 last year. But as I've kind of told the players all the time, it's all the intangible things that decides whether you win those type of games that are close games, and we didn't have that last year. I'll be honest with you, it took a long time for these kids to even smile and joke and laugh, and in fact, right up until this year. I mean, they finally are enjoying it. I mean, I remember I'd go to a team meeting, I'd walk into a team meeting and you hear a pin drop. Now I walk in and I got to blow a whistle to start the meeting, And so I know they're finally getting it, that it's about being a family and being a team, and that's what it's about.
Steve, couldn't you talk about, I guess, the cultural change that's taking place here at SMU? We walk in and we're looking at all the Aloha, and we see the student body in hand. Everyone's excited. That hasn't been the case in past years. Can you just talk about the change, the energy, the excitement that's taken place since June Jones has been here?
Well, I think I could sum it up probably in a phrase we use a lot around the athletic department. We like to have fun, and how do you spell fun? W-I-N. So what's changed is the results on the field, and it does change then the people and the culture around you, even as much as a large university like SMU. It changes everything about the athletic program, surely, and we hope we add that same infectious feeling across this whole campus.
For Steve or June, can you just talk about the outpouring that you've received from other people in the community and around the school about ending this burden, the 25 years, the life after death at Steve?
Well, for me, it's been because this is my second season. There was a lot of emotions that I saw from a whole lot of older people than my student athletes, which I was unexpectedly to see that, and I think that made a statement as to what everybody's gone through and how things have are really emotional. I mean, after the UTEP game, I saw grown men crying and ladies and I mean, I cry about stuff, but I don't cry about winning a game or losing a game, but it has been I don't know I've gotten phone calls from ex-players and emails from people that I don't even know, ex-players from the '89 team walk up, introduce themselves to me, and how appreciative they are of what they saw on the football field and what they see with the kids, and that makes me feel really good too. And obviously they're real proud of their school and their institution.
Need some one-on-ones? We'll have availability over here on the side. Thank you very much.
Thank you.